I'm standing in the heart of Trafalgar Square at midnight, which is not an unusual experience for me because I've come here a lot at this time to travel on all of London's night bus routes. Now, I am currently posting a photo every single day of every single bus route in London over on my YouTube community page, detailing some of the history and my own personal journey on all of them. But there has been a couple of recent additions to the London night bus network. So if I want to keep up my streak of posting a photo every single day, I better go and get them, even if I am still about a year and a half off from actually posting them. And this is it, the N118 that runs between Trafalgar Square and Ruislip and began on the 17th of January 2026.
N118 to Ruislip.
Now it mostly follows the N18, which also starts here and runs as far as Harrow Weald, but every bus in between used to run only as far as Sudbury. Now this route essentially covers the short-run services of the N18 to Sudbury, but continues beyond via Sudbury Hill and South Ruislip to reach Ruislip. Though under original proposals it would have ran via Rayners Lane and Eastcote. This new route does follow part of the 114, which did operate 24-hour services, but at weekends only until the pandemic. So it's good to see that a new area of London is now connected to the night bus network. Under those original proposals though, this route would have been numbered the N518, presumably not to clash with any of the daytime counterparts. Which is ironic when you consider that there is an N5, N20 and an N97 which all come here to Trafalgar Square but run nowhere near their daytime counterparts. Now, after the initial rejection of this route's proposal, and once it resurfaced, the 118, which ran between Morden and Brixton, was withdrawn, leaving that route number spare for a night route. Now, I'll admit that I've not kept up to date with travelling the full length of every new bus route, but I am on the N118 not to go all the way to Ruislip, but just as far as Oxford Circus to connect with another night bus to bring me to what is actually London's newest night bus route.
N25 to Ilford, Avon Street.
So that N25 has brought me to Stratford, not because this is where the new night bus route begins, but because I need a photo of a different service. Now, the reason why I didn't get so many night bus photos back in the day is because one, my phone just didn't really take the best photos at night, and two, I didn't think to really keep a record of all of the buses that I had travelled on. So last year, when I decided I wanted to post a photo of them all, I realised at some point I was going to have to commit and come out at night time. So I did one night kind of getting all the photos of the awkward outlier services like the N140 at Harrow Weald and the N83 at Ealing Hospital and the ones at Hammersmith, basically all along the top of the Circle Line at Paddington and Baker Street and King's Cross and all that.
N140 to Heathrow Airport Central.
And then another night on my way back from Birmingham, when I caught the last train into Marylebone, I basically did all of the hub services at Trafalgar Square and Oxford Circus. But I was not able to squeeze in one bus on either of them days because it's far out in East London. It begins here at Stratford and it runs out to Harold Hill, and that is the N86. So I'm going to get a photo of it now. It's just pulled in. Well, there we go. Thank you, N86. One remains. And to get to it, I'm going to go over to Stratford City bus station and catch a 108, which is a 24-hour service. It's free right now and will take me through the Blackwall Tunnel. Not that that's really going to benefit me because I've paid for the other bus services today. Well, I've made it to North Greenwich, and there it is, London's newest night bus route, the N472, that runs from here to Abbey Wood. Now that is actually the only night route in London to be numbered in the 400s. Now the N472 was introduced 1 week after the N118 on the 24th of January, making it the newest night bus route in London. But it already sort of existed as a route, as there was a 472 which ran a 24-hour service, but that was replaced by the SL11, a new Superloop route, a new express route, which is good because it speeds up journey times, but it comes at the detriment of some of the local stops not being served. So to counteract that, the night route continues to stop at all bus stops. And I will ride the full route this time from North Greenwich to Abbey Wood, but I'm not getting that bus that I just saw. I thought I'd wait half an hour for the next one because I've never come to North Greenwich and the Greenwich Peninsula, the Millennium Dome, the O2, whatever you want to call it, at night time before, as there's no actual N buses that started or ended here. Well, now there is, of course. Now this is my favourite sign of all time, because if I was to head in that direction completely straight, I would end up back here after 24,859 miles. So I am standing on the Greenwich Meridian line, and I do wonder if I was to head in that direction and there's absolutely no obstacles in my way and oceans didn't exist, River Thames doesn't exist, would it actually be 24,859 miles? Is that just like a rounded average number for the globe? Because what if it was a very mountainous route? You'd be going up and down, that would add on some miles. I wonder if I've walked that many miles in my videos yet. Definitely not, it's only been 2 years. What do I average? 10 miles on a walk? Something like that? Yeah, that's a lot of videos. Is that 2,485 videos? Mental. Maybe one day we'll get there. Right, I better go catch the N472. So I've made it back to the bus station in time, and intriguingly, it seems like the next N472 is actually a Superloop branded bus, the new SL11. So I was actually in Woolwich recently, and I did take a photo of an SL11 bus that, funnily enough, wasn't branded. So it's kind of amusing that my N472 was. And it has just occurred to me that I do now have a photo of every bus route in London. So stay tuned, it will still take about 1.5 years to get through them all, but I will post them all eventually. You know what, it's actually a shame that the SL11 doesn't stop at the Woolwich ferry, so that it can connect with another Superloop route on the other side of the River Thames. That's a missed opportunity.
N472 to Abbey Wood.
Ocean blue, I came home for you. Cut my hair in the dress that you wear. Don't you leave, now it's my time to go. I'll be waiting while you're not alone.
Woolwich Arsenal Station.
You know me, I won't be surprised if you leave. I'll wear a disguise. Darling, don't you wait for me. Tonight I won't be coming home for tea.
So there we go, that was London's newest night bus route, the N472, which has brought me to the first station in alphabetical order, Abbey Wood. Well, on National Rail, I guess Abbey Road beats it. The timetable suggested that was going to be a 40-minute journey, where surprisingly the SL11 was due to beat it at only a 37-minute journey, even though it is quite express at night time anyways. But I guess that's due to the fact that the N472 still weaves its way through Woolwich town centre, whilst the SL11 takes a direct route right past the Elizabeth line station. But it did actually end up taking 37 minutes. And it's just gone 3 AM. The night is still young. how about we do a walk which I have done before on video in the daytime, up to the River Thames and along it to Erith to watch the sunrise. Oh wow, you can't see anything at all, but I've made it up to a former driving range. It actually looks like there's a light on in there, bizarrely. But I came here last year because there was a sculpture park in the grounds of this site, and then I did my Thames walk to Erith. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below because that was a really fun adventure. Oh my god, you can't even see the sign I'm pointing at. Hang on. Oh, there we go. That works. Alright, yeah. We got 3¼ miles to Erith. What you can at least see though is all of the lights of the industrial Thames. That's Dagenham over there. But on this side, I'm walking right up alongside Crossness pumping station. I mean, this walk is pretty strange at the best of times, because not many people walk this part of the River Thames. But right now, it's like there's a extra element of eeriness to it. So it's 5 AM, and I've made it to the site of the former Belvedere bus garage. It's gotten to this point now where night shift workers are probably starting to look up at a silhouette walking along the River Thames and wondering what on earth is that person doing here at this time. So it's actually beginning to get creepy again as we leave the industry behind and it gets a lot darker. What's quite visible though is a sudden appearance of clouds. I'm really hoping that's not going to disrupt my view of the sunrise, because it was meant to be clear skies. Well, here we go. Sunrise or not, I have made it to Erith Pier, which is my favourite location in London. Last time I was here, I had noted how the hut right at the end of the pier had recently been burnt down. They've not done anything with it yet, unfortunately. It still looks like it's very recently happened. You know, as I was heading to Trafalgar Square on the bus earlier, and I was seeing a lot of people queuing up to get into bars and whatnot, there was a real party fever taking place in central London. I was looking at them all and I was thinking to myself, I'm not normal for what I'm about to do. But that's the thing, I guess I just enjoy doing this much more than something like that. I'm definitely not normal because I'm here and it's 0 degrees. But to be honest, the cold is not affecting me that much, surprisingly. And I do have a little over an hour until sunrise, so I guess I'll just hang out here for a bit. I probably will get cold within that hour. And in terms of sunrise, I guess it's a little up in arms at the moment. Them freak show clouds really did come out of nowhere, but they're starting to subside a little bit now. There's a little bit of a gap forming, so we'll just have to wait and see, really. Either way though, I am really going to cherish that Thames walk at night time, because that was truly something special and unlike anything else I've really done, to be honest. And it feels weird to be back on Erith Pier, because I used to come here regularly, like several times a year, and then there was about a 3.5 year gap where I didn't come here at all. And then the first time since then is on video for a sunrise. But then since then, I've come here after the sculpture park visit. I've come here on another walk. I might actually leave all these videos linked in the description below. So after a 3.5 year gap, I've now been here 4 times in a 1.5 years. I think we'll leave Erith after this for a while. I think it's time to give it a bit of a break. So the cloud has mostly shifted. You can see that the sky is starting to get lighter, but there's still a trail of clouds all the way along, and it looks like there's more coming. So yes, sunrise is upon us, and I have been scammed by the clouds. What was meant to be a very clear morning for sunrise has not happened. But it is over there, but just not where it counts. I am quite cold now actually. And despite not getting the beautiful sunrise shot that I was after, I'm still quite okay with this because I've seen the sunrise from here before, and it's a different experience getting to be here from when it's dark to when it gets light, even without the appearance of the sun. It's amazing how quickly that can happen. I am in desperate need of my bed though. I want to warm up, so I'm going to head over to the station and get the train home. And TfL, hi, please don't introduce any new night bus routes anytime soon. I don't want to do this again. Or at least wait until after I've posted a photo of all of them, then I have an excuse.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
I can't believe I was here like 7 hours ago or something. There's the sun I was missing from Erith. It's finally risen above the clouds. I want to go home.